All right, what's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of My Podcast is Better Than Your Podcast. This is a super special episode because this is the first episode where we have video. So if you're listening, if you're one of the 18 people who listen to this,
18, all right.
Yeah, we're making headway. We're getting there. If you're one of those people, you can start watching it if you want. Or you can keep listening to it, and then your experience isn't going to change very much.
Dude, I'm totally going to tune into these more often now.
Oh, yeah? Are you?
No, I'm not even, I know that sounded sarcastic as fuck.
Totally did. You were like, oh, I'm totally going to watch these now.
No, I did more frequently than I listen, because I've listened to a couple here and there,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a new concept that I'm realizing that people even watch podcasts, honestly, because I don't, ever. The only podcast I've ever watched was the live YMH that just happened like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. It's the only one I've ever watched. Other than that, I just listen to them. I download them and listen to them.
I wonder if last election, Joe Rogan did a really good one called the End of the World podcast, and it had like Bill Burr on there, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura.
Oh, dude, when they get all them together, it's always hilarious.
Fucking your buddy Doug Stanhope was out there. Fucking
that'd be great.
Dude,
they got him to do something.
And they were they were just doing a countdown to like who becomes president and shit, dude. And they were just all just talking shit, and fucking Bill Burr was.
They did that last year.
No, the last election.
I'm sorry.
Last election.
I'm sorry, that made me feel stupid. Yeah, but obviously 4 years ago.
Yeah. And I hope they do it again this year.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know they did that, so I'm gonna have to go back and look that up.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
But anytime you get that many good comics together, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, we still got a little bit of news. I gotta get out there. I mentioned it on the last episode that we were going to set up a direct email for anybody who wants to talk to us. If you have
that's cool.
Pointers for the show, or if you got shit you want us to talk about, or if you just want to tell us you don't like us very much. Whatever you want, man. We set up a direct email at mypodcastisbetter@gmail.com. And it's that easy. So look at the name, mypodcastisbetter@gmail.com.
You need a header on the bottom there.
I should put it on there. But that's, you know what, this is first run, so go fuck yourself. But either way, yeah, so now if you want, you can jump in. You can say whatever the hell you want to us through there. And other than that, today I am here with my buddy Weiner.
Hi.
Also, our YouTube channel is called My Channel is Better Than Your Channel. Don't forget to get that out there. So how's it going, Weiner?
Hold on, I'm going to go subscribe to your channel.
Don't do it right now. No, you don't. This is not a good way to start the episode. But we're here. How you doing, Weiner?
I'm doing all right, man. Like, things have been going good. I work a new job now. They keep on giving me a raise every week, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, dude. Keep on giving me a raise. I guess I'm doing a good job. I don't know.
I mean, that's pretty sweet. So
that's cool.
What are you at now? Or do you not feel comfortable saying it on air?
Oh, I just do landscaping, you know.
No, I mean, how much are you making it?
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten. I'll find out Friday.
Oh, sweet. We should have done it on Friday, so then Weiner come in and be like,
I'm a hood rich bitch, making money.
Just to talk you up or whatever. I don't know. To like whoever the fuck nameless people listen to this, like a couple.
I do enough of talking myself up. I don't need any more of that.
Yeah, you do seem to have you got the confidence thing down pat. That's one thing we've always been able to say about Weiner is you're confident. Just weird, 'cause I don't know anybody else as nerdy as you with that level of confidence.
Hey, you know, like
Cool.
I grew up in the hood, so like
I got shot at on my way to the comic book store, alright?
I got arrested once coming home from the comic book store.
Oh, actually, I was joking. Really?
Yeah.
That's good. You should tell that story.
Well, alright, so I rode my bike down to the comic book store. It was super nice because I had a wind boost. You know, I didn't even think about because it was windy as fuck that day. Like, when I was riding back from the comic book store, I just bought a whole bunch of this old Daredevil books from like the Mark Waid Daredevil books. Because I was asking a friend of mine who's a big Daredevil fan, He's like, hey, what are some books I should buy for Daredevil? I'm trying to get into the character more. I'm trying to get... And he just gave me a list and whatever. So I went and found the most of those that I could. And bought them. So then I'm riding my bike back home. When I'm riding my bike back home, my plastic bag with the comic books in them is just fucking like flapping and fucking, it's so fucking windy, dude. I can barely steer my bicycle and shit.
Oh yeah.
So like I'm kind of swerving and whatever.
Getting it.
And then this cop sees me. And he's just looking at me crazy, and I'm all like, I accidentally turn on the wrong street, so then I make a U-turn, and then get on the right street, and I'm fucking just pedaling my ass off, barely going anywhere at all. Cop fucking gets behind me, and he's driving real slow as fuck, like slower than I'm riding, and I'm riding so slow as fuck. Yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck?
But what did you do that was illegal?
Apparently, because I was swerving. And whatever, and I was like, do you not realize that it's windy as fuck?
I was gonna say, I thought you were just on your way home. Were you fucked up or anything?
No.
And so he just arrested you for swerving?
He was swerving. Then I gave him my ID and shit, and then I got arrested. Because apparently I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I was like, that's bullshit, dude. I just called the police department yesterday to see if because I really did. I just called the police department yesterday to see if I had a warrant.
So what was the warrant for?
I missed a court date, so I called the police department and I did the whole like rescheduling thing, and I was like, I don't have a warrant, and they're like, yeah, you're good.
Huh.
So then this is the very next day, the fucking cop runs my fucking name and shit. And he's all, you got a warrant for your. I was like, what the fuck, dude? So
I bet everybody really loved Weiner in there. So did you get like bailed out, or did you have to sit in like holding like juvie, or how old were you?
This was maybe like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you went to jail?
Yeah, I had to sit in holding and shit, dude. And I got bailed. I called my roommate and had him bail me out and shit. And then I had to call my mom to pick up my bicycle from the fucking. But then they wouldn't give it to her. I needed to be present.
Yeah, that's gay. That's super gay. That's the kind of shit they do, though. Fuck the police. You saw that shit in Kenosha, right? I'm assuming you did. I mean, by the time this goes up, it's probably going to be a week later. But we're recording the day after that.
I haven't watched it. I refuse to watch it, but I've listened to my coworkers watching it yesterday.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it, we won't talk too much about it because it's touchy, man. It's touchy. But what were your coworkers saying about it?
One of my coworkers was saying, if you just stop when the police say stop and blah, blah, blah. And then the guy, I just got a job there, fucking, he was all like, man, what the fuck? No, dude, that guy was going to get shot regardless. Blah, blah, so there was a lot of back and forth going on at work yesterday on the job site.
That sounds like a dumb way to look at it from both perspectives. Well, I don't know. I don't know your coworkers either, but so when I watched it, the thing is though, I definitely get where people are coming from when they're saying like, you need to listen to the police in a situation like this, because now that we have the information on it, to my understanding, by the time this goes out, this could be a week after this, and I could be wrong. So I want to make sure to put that out there. But this is the next day. Yeah. And they're saying, so dude had a warrant out for his arrest for sexual assault. And he had a record for domestic battery. And it's not like they're digging this up late. No, this is like, that was what they were told. That's what they got. They identified him. They knew that. They didn't misidentify him. They were right. And the video shows dude clearly walking away from both cops. They have their guns drawn already. And he walks all the way around the car and opens the door. And then dude fires 7 bullets into him. Now the thing is, I don't think the cops should have had any... Like, cops should be trained better than that.
Yeah.
And that's why I understand why people are still mad. But am I going to burn down a city over a sex offender with a live warrant getting shot? No. Now, is there need for protest on this? Yeah, absolutely. Because that's excessive force. That's excessive force.
Yeah.
But that's why that one's touchy. And I bet that's why I haven't said a word about it. I haven't jumped on it.
It's almost like the whole state. It's almost like the whole state of Wisconsin is like in an uproar right now. Dude. But definitely in Kenosha a lot more. I hear that place is just being taken over.
In Kenosha they're losing their minds. There was 40 people protesting last night in Rockford. Like I saw the live feed. I think they only got like 40, 50 people, but they definitely shut down like state and like. Basically just the west side downtown.
I have a buddy that goes to the local protests every week.
Nothing got fucked up though.
But he got a couple weeks ago. He was calling me while after he got arrested. But I didn't think it was him. I thought it was my neighbor because he had been blowing me up all day, and I just thought he used a different number to like try to trick me.
Yeah.
But it was my buddy calling from jail. He texted me the next morning. He's all like, "Dude, I just called you from arraignment yesterday." I was all like, damn, dude, like, what happened? Then he sent me this YouTube clip of, like, because somebody filmed him getting arrested for using the crosswalk during the protest.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Now, because it's been getting so ridiculous, the media, I blame the media more than I blame anything else, but the problem is there has been so much destruction now.
Yeah.
I still blame the media, though. More than I blame anybody involved in anything, I blame the media, because they've inflamed this shit to the point where... The internet's not good for anybody right now. Like, even for me, like, if I get on there and get mad and try to make a point, if I got to talk to, like, 2 or 3 different people, by then I just want to delete it. Because, like, the first person I'm mad at, because they don't agree with me, and by the time I talk to person number 2 and person number 3, I'm like, fuck, everybody has a point. I was just mad, taking a shit. I gotta go back and delete this again. Fuck it. And I feel like that's what's happening to a lot of people. Like, I've seen a lot of people posting on their social media just being like, this isn't good for me anymore. I don't even want to watch the news anymore. This is like, that's everybody's biggest enemy right now is the media.
Man, one of my friends that I talk to every single day hit me up yesterday, and she's just all like, yeah, I'm just taking a break from everything.
Yeah, one of the biggest one now, did you hear about that kid? Did you hear about that kid who shot 3 people?
No, I did not.
Now, that's a big one. I'll look that up. They couldn't hear us when I did that because I forgot to put the mic in the thing. Okay, they can hear me now. Sorry, guys, you got a quick. I don't think y'all saw me do that, but I had to add the mic in OBS. So. Quick tutorial if you didn't know that already. Don't forget to put your mic in your scene. Because we're probably going to forget to cut this part out. So anyway.
What am I doing? I do my show live, so like anything that fucks up, it's there forever.
Yeah, well, this is still going to be there. 'Cause I'm probably not going to end up cutting that because, it only took a couple seconds. I'll probably leave it in the audio too. And they can just be like, oh, you fucking dumbass.
Oh, yeah, because you'll still have the audio version.
Oh, yeah, they'll hear the whole thing on the audio, but on the video, it'll cut out for a second, and then it'll pop up. Whatever, we're wasting time. Anyway, so there was an active shooter at the Kishwaukee protest, I believe, last night, and 3 people got shot. Like, some 17-year-old kid brought his AR-15. What? Really? It's not helping us bring the news to anybody. All right?
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
I'm gonna redo this, dude.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Breaking news! No, damn it. Let me look this up. Because you don't know. Shooter McGavin. Okay, so Shooter McGavin was in Kenosha last night. No. And he was kicking ass, bro. He was like burning buildings down and shooting golf clubs through fucking...
You were talking about there's some kid.
Yeah, I was, obviously. I'm just fucking with you now. So anyway, there was like a 17-year-old kid brought an AR-15 to Kenosha last night and killed like 3 people. Is the short version of the story. But yeah, it's pretty easy to 2 killers and two killed and 1 injured in chaotic news. That's New York Times.
New York Times.
Oh, he was charged. That's an hour ago. That was the one thing I was wondering too, because he hadn't been charged yet. But yeah, that's a video. I don't know. Am I allowed to show that? Because it's not like anything that's
Illinois teen. It said.
Yeah, that's the thing. So now that the news has been coming out about it, the kid was identified, and he actually went to the protest from out of town. And that's why it's fucked up.
Oh, no.
If he was from in town, if he was from in Kenosha, I wouldn't see any problem with this at all. Because he was defending himself. But that's not what happened. We're not going to watch any of these videos. I'm just going to scroll through. But yeah, that's not what happened. Because I ended up watching the video earlier. You can go watch the video later, or, people watching it can if they want to. But, yeah, he came from out of town from Illinois, went to Kenosha, I guess he shot 2 people dead before, because somebody got shot in the area, and they haven't identified him as the shooter yet. But he's on video because they were chasing him down because they thought he shot somebody, which is fair because he had an AR-15 and was just walking down the road. So they chased him down, and they got him on the ground. When they got him on the ground, you can watch the video. You can just look it up. They got him on the ground, and he just fired at him. And he took 2 people down and just fired a random shot into the crowd, which I'm assuming is the 3rd person he wounded. And then he got up and just went going, and 2 cop vehicles, like squad jeeps, go by, and they both ask him, like, if there's wounded people over there, and he said, yeah, and they go to them, and then dude just keeps walking down the road.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so he got arrested after that. Like, he got arrested today because he's been identified. He got arrested 1 hour ago, according to this. Or no, not this one. Yeah. So, charged with homicide. Yeah, an hour ago. So, yeah, he did finally get arrested. But, yeah, so that's the craziest shit I've heard about going on with it so far. But, that's a pretty wild one. You got any thoughts about that, Weiner? That's brand new news to you. I'm surprised you haven't watched any of these videos, man. Dude, I try not to, but it's fucking hard not to.
What's really fucked up is the dude could be from like out here, like where we're from.
We can look it up.
And he like he's out here fucking up protests, giving us a bad name, and trying to give other towns a bad name, just from.
His name's Jacob Blake, so... No, that's where it happened.
Jacob Blake was the dude who was shot.
Oh, that's the dude who was shot. Really? See, that's what sucks about the news. Oh, officer who shot... Oh, that's the guy who originally got shot. Great. Yeah. No, that's good. That's how much I'm paying attention. Like I said, I haven't been touching this one. I haven't been talking to anybody about it because I saw both videos and I'm like, there's just so many discrepancies for both videos. I'm like, oh my god. But who? Okay. All right, we're gonna start back here. We just had it. Oh, here we go. There's a teen. Maybe they didn't put his name out there because he's a teenager. That's him. Here, we'll put that up there for them.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Okay.
Along with Sheridan Road.
In Lake County?
Lake County, alright, that's cool.
Do you know where that's from? Where that is?
It says Antioch, so like that's just a Chicago suburb.
Oh yeah, so Antioch, Illinois. Alright. But yeah, so he went all the way from the Chicago suburbs to Kenosha to cause a bunch of trouble.
I'd fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous for sure.
That's all I gotta say is fuck that guy.
But, yeah, so that's where I'm at too. Because there's a lot of people that have been, like I said, I haven't touched it, but I've been reading through it. And there's a lot of people arguing for him, saying it was self-defense. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Once again, if that dude was from Kenosha, lived in Kenosha, yeah, I would totally argue in defense of that kid. because he would be, if he was defending something, he could say he was defending a business or defending shit in town.
Yeah.
He's not. He came from the suburbs of Chicago and he went out there just to start trouble.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's what's causing most of the shit is people like that. People who are fucking going from out of town to cause problems. Well, that's not everything, because there's definitely people who live in these towns who are starting the violence too. But there's a lot of people that are coming from out of town and making it worse. I mean,
yeah.
Which is fucked up. Like how bad do you want to, like, you know? I mean, you really want to go fucking look cool that bad? Like,
well, there's the people that come from out of town that fuck shit up, and then there's also the paid instigators that are...
See, and that's a big... I don't know anything about that, because that sounds insane to me.
What?
So who pays the instigators? Black Lives Matter?
No, dude. It's like just
like the police?
Yeah, it's just the police walking around.
Because there's a lot... So that's the thing, though, because, like, if you look shit up, like, one side says that the police pay agitators to make them look bad, and another side says, like, because BLM pays to, like, transport people to protest and stuff.
No, it's just police are just going out there just to make civilians look bad.
That's not cool. That's not cool either. It's not cool for anybody to be doing that. But that's why, because when they were showing, when the first riots happened in Minneapolis, they were posting pictures of, like, pallets of bricks that they were leaving. Were you seeing that? You know what I'm talking about?
I heard about this.
Yeah. There's a bunch of... That was a big one. That they were leaving, like, pallets of bricks, and they were finding them, and people were, like, showing videos, and there's, like, there's no construction going on around here, and there's just fucking pallets of bricks everywhere. Like, what are these bricks for? Right. Y'all knew protests were going to happen.
Yeah.
So, like, that shit, I mean, I'm not... That's definitely happening. And the police were saying the cops were leaving those. I'm not sure if there was ever evidence of that, like, you know, founded evidence. But that's what they were saying. They were saying the cops were leaving them.
Or then there's like...
Which is insane. And it makes sense.
But then, like, Klan rallies get, like, police escorts and shit. You know, like...
So does that really happen?
I don't know.
I want to Snope that shit, because people say that, but I don't know where there's been an actual Klan rally in years. That's been more than, like, you know, just their local Mississippi reunion,
like the 50 people.
Yeah,
that still rep that.
Like,
shit.
there's like the American Renaissance. That's like the new age. And really, if you look into how many people go to things, like if you look at like those was it Charlottesville? You know what I'm talking about? The Charlottesville riots back when Trump got elected? Is that what it is, Charlottesville? Or am I saying it wrong? Either way, down south there was a bunch of, you know, you will not replace us. All those guys. Yeah. There's still, like, if you look at it, like, most of the people who think all that shit and are empowered by that shit were there. You know, and there's only a couple hundred of them. You know, like, they traveled from cross country to be there. That shit doesn't happen. That's the only time it happened. Because there's not a lot of those crazy radical people. So I'm going to look this up because I really don't know. I don't know.
Let's do it.
Klan rallies get escorts from police. And I'll just put Snopes as a tag to see. What? No, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, see, because this is giving us all Snopes. So let me take that off of there. I'm going to put Do Klan rallies get escorts from police? You could talk a little bit, Weiner, for the listener. Do. Cops are bad.
Police plans for KKK rally included barricades, tear gas.
This is in 2017.
2017. City estimate, Ohio, Klan rally.
They did say there was security. Hold on. Let's look at this first. We'll go ahead and throw this up on screen. Police plans for KKK rally included barricades, tear gas, and effort to protect. Okay, and that's the Daily Progress. I don't know what that is.
The Daily Progress by Lauren Berg, July
I don't know if that's a reputable news source or not. This is Charlottesville. 2017. That is what I was just talking about. So this is coverage from that.
Yeah.
And
I went back to the Snopes.
Yeah, I went back too far. Whoopsies. Okay.
So there's one article talking about that. Cop and viral photo.
Oh, this is from Time, so that's definitely reputable. The officer stands calmly and a group of white supremacists act out behind him. One man's outstretched.
I remember seeing this.
Another wears a red hood. Okay, yeah, because this is all about...
Yeah, it's another one in Charlottesville.
Yeah, this is all the same shit, though. This is all about Charlottesville.
Yeah.
That's what I'm checking. So that was in 2017, but that's kind of... well, not proven, but, you know, kind of making my point about how that was, like, the last big one.
Yeah. So
this is from 2019. Let's see what this is about. Ohio Klan Rally. Is that a different one?
For security,
Dayton, Ohio, yeah. And this is a completely different one.
This was last year.
This 9 ABC Cincinnati, and this was just last year. City estimates Ohio Klan Rally cost $650,000. That's insane. So police keep their guard up as members of the KKK leave, and Antifa marches towards them at the end of a Klan rally. Hundreds of counter protests, including the nation plan.
Damn.
Okay, so.
It's gonna be civil war between.
No, it says it was peaceful. It says there were no arrests at all on either side.
Nice.
But it was a KKK group from Indiana, which I'm not gonna lie, Indiana is another place where I'm not surprised they would still have this KKK because everybody hates their lives in Indiana.
Honestly, though.
For real, like if you live in Indiana, you hate your life, and this is how it is, man.
I know a few people.
Yeah, I know. I met a couple of your friends. Aren't they from Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody is enjoying life in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you're probably going to buy into whatever bullshit they feed you in Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, they hate it.
Yeah, I bet everybody who lives there hates it. They probably hate everything about it all the time. But yeah, so no arrests, ended peacefully, and hundreds of police worked to keep the event peaceful. Okay, so see... So the KKK were given a police escort to the site. And I do think that's kind of fucked up. Because this picture is showing a lot of cops. And I've been to a couple of the BLM protests. And usually, I mean, if there's cops anywhere, they'll kind of help block the roads off. But I also kind of notice, like, the places that they choose to block off make it harder for you to park to get to the protest.
Yeah.
So, like, they make it seem like... Because in a way they're helping because they help block off the roads that the people are going down. But they also kind of park... Like, that was in my experience when we went.
Making it, you have to
like,
walk and grip to get down
we ended
there.
up having to park, like, in the neighborhood and, like, walk there and go around because of where they had the road blocked off. And it was kind of like... You know, and that's it. Just a couple versus the KKK group literally got a police escort into Dayton, Ohio. Which, yeah, actually, that is fucked up. And that was last year, and that has nothing to do with Charlottesville. And, you know, the only reason nobody heard about it is because it was peaceful. Because only violence makes the news.
Only violence makes the news. Sex sells.
Yeah, sex sells. Who's buying? Fucking everybody.
Glizzy sticks.
Wieners. Wieners. See, for people who are listening to it now, they don't see the prompts. So they think we're just yelling about wieners at random. They were just
the listener. The listeners.
They were just like, KKK, wieners.
So what's your beef with the word glizzy?
Everything about it. I hate the way it comes out of everybody's mouth, including yours. Well, only yours, because you're the only one who fucking says that. I don't ever want to hear anybody say that ever again. I still don't believe the fact that when you type it into Google, it pops up hot dogs. I feel like you made that happen. I still don't think it's a real thing. I think you thought that into existence.
I'm not that powerful.
I feel like that's the only thing you are I feel like if it has something to do with hot dogs, you can just like think it into existence. Like you could like focus that power and just go all crazy with it, but you just choose not to. And I think you know it, and that's why it's so funny for you, because you know it.
I'm gonna be in stitches.
I hate it. I hate that word. I almost typed that word into Google earlier to find a picture related to wieners, and then I was like, I refuse. I refuse to even acknowledge or accept that might be a real thing, because it's not. And it's not going to be. Yeah. Fuck you. So yeah,
goddamn glizzy gladiator.
Goddamn glizzy loving homo. Sucking on glizzy ass dicks. Fucking seeing how many glizzies you can fit in your mouth while fucking your best friend Sniffy Joe sniffs you.
I was watching it. Oh shit. Wait, he's over here.
Yeah, no, he's there. He's just. I love it.
Get him out of here.
If you keep saying Lizzie, you ain't black, son.
Get him out. Oh, no, I was watching this YouTube video. It was New York guys react to things that only happen in New York, and there was this one clip where there was like a really heavy wind or whatever, and this dude's hot dog stand was getting blown away in the wind, and the two dudes were just like, "Oh no, not the glizzy stand."
You did tell me about that. That's why that only happens in New York. So, but that's the only place people fucking say that.
Apparently, it's big in it's big in Washington. Okay. Washington State, not the...
Yeah, that's another place where they have their own weird backwood way of saying shit, or dumb ways of saying shit. Not backwoods, but just like their own regional way of saying things. It's glizzy. That doesn't even sound... No, that doesn't sound like something you'd eat or anything. It doesn't sound like a real word. Look, it's my lunch break and we'll go get a glizzy at the stand. Nobody says that. I refuse to accept that anybody in the world would ever say that in seriousness, other than to convince people that that's a real thing that people say. I think that's the only time people say that word. I refuse to accept that it happens any other way. God, I fucking hate you so much. That's why I make Joe Biden sniff you. You know what? If you say glizzy, you ain't black. Brought to you by Joe Biden.
I'm fine, dude. I'm a fucking huge dude. I don't fucking care about being black right now.
Care about getting sniffed?
No, it's fucking creepy, dude.
Alright.
Oh, fuck.
This is what I'm gonna do when you say shit I don't like. I'll make fucking Biden sniff you. Oh, man. I love that. That's going to be definitely never taken off the roster. Like, obviously, all the pictures and backgrounds are going to switch out with the different guests.
Yeah.
Sniffy Biden is going to stay in there until at least after the election.
I even see my name down
there. Yeah, dude.
I
figured it out. I mean, I know this is boring for listeners to listen to because they're like, we can't see it. But, yeah, I even figured that out. I got our names down there. Fucking.
Well, hey, listeners, like, that gives the show more like rewatchability because then you can go back home and watch the stuff that you missed that we're talking about.
So go check out My Channel Is Better Than Your Channel on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
This will be as soon
I'm
as
going to subscribe to it right now.
Don't do that right now. Okay, alright. That was good.
Subscribe.
I like that. You did that quick and efficiently. See how easy it is? It only takes a few seconds.
There's like a big red button. So subscribe.
Click, motherfucker. Alright, yeah, or don't, whatever. I know people hate that. People hate that. When you're like, hey, subscribe to my shit. But this is the first video that we've done, so I'm going to just slip it in there.
Yeah.
You gotta slip it in there. Here and there. Like, hey, check it out. But that is the channel name. My Channel's Better Than Your Channel. Easy to remember.
Dude.
It'll be your favorite YouTube show soon.
Technically, it's like that means it's like the best channel.
Yeah. If it's not the best channel, then Joe Biden sniffs you. I'm still getting the hang of switching shit out. I can't see it that well from here. I know it sucks.
He's so fucking creepy.
Alright, there you go. See, Wieners is back. Oh, man.
It's so fucking creepy. I think it does help me work on my acting skills. So.
Yeah. It's always like, breaking news, Biden sniffs
Breaking news.
That's going to be the whole fucking thing.
Biden sniffs everybody.
That's what Biden does. He sniff.
If Biden becomes president, dude, he's going to knock on every single person in America's door and sniff them. Is that what you really want in America?
Yeah.
JoJo 2020.
Yeah. Vote libertarian.
Is that what you really want? Is Biden coming to your house personally to sniff you?
And he will. Look, he comes into my podcast room and sniffs my friend. Oh, no. Dude, fuck Joe Biden.
Fucking get it, Joe.
You know what? Why I hate Joe Biden so much? You know why I made the Joe Biden cutout before I made any other cutout? Because fucking I was gonna make a Trump cutout too. I was gonna put him on the other side and do shit like that. But Joe Biden pisses me off because people are jumping on his bandwagon for the sole purpose that they hate Trump and refuse to admit that he is just as bad. He's just not as vocal about it.
Yeah.
All the evidence. We have tons. It's just like when he's not thinking, racism just slips out of his mouth. Yeah. But for some reason, that's better than someone just being open about it, apparently.
Here's Trump. Trump is, I think, probably even better than fucking Biden. I'd probably vote Trump over Biden if I gave a fuck.
If that was your only choice.
Yeah.
Which it's not, by the way, America. Joe Jorgensen's going to be on the ballot in all 50
states.
Because,
Trump... he says outrageous fucking shit, but I think he knows all the fucking outrageous shit he's saying. Joe Biden forgets what he's saying mid-sentence.
Yeah, that's true. At least Trump remembers it well enough to defend it. Joe doesn't even remember what he said. Joe doesn't even know where he is. What the fuck are you doing? Is that Joe Biden or Trump?
No, that was Trump on the fucking debates last election on Hillary. Wrong.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wrong. He would just interrupt her anytime she was fucking trying to roast him.
I thought you were having a stroke.
Wrong.
I thought you were having a stroke. That was all I could think. I was like, is Weiner having a stroke? He's like, oh, look how buff I'm getting. Fuck.
Dude, you're a huge dude.
No, you do look good. Landscaping looks like it's been good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I respect someone being straightforward. I still hate Trump. I wouldn't hang out with him.
Yeah.
He'd be a dick all the time. He'd be like, I'm the best at everything, and I'm rich, and I'm the president, and
Trump is like 90s awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Joe Biden's though, like he's like never awesome. He was just a prick. He was a racist prick and bad at politics, and then he just happened to stay in the game long enough to not look as bad as the current president. Yeah. That's all Joe Biden has done. And he was Obama's vice president, but he didn't do anything as Obama's vice president. That's like, why are there people clinging to Biden so hard?
And he told hosts of the fucking Breakfast Club, fucking Charlemagne the God, that he ain't that black. So,
yeah. You just ain't that black, son. You ain't that black.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're getting darker. You're darker than me, for sure. Well, you're fucking red, man.
I'm like outside every single day.
Yeah, I am not. I'm a factory boy. And I'm laid off for like a week because my son doesn't have daycare. So, well, leave of absence, whatever they call it. My son doesn't have daycare because of COVID, because of they moved the start of school back. So that's why I've been off getting all this fun stuff.
Yeah, one of my coworkers having that problem with like he can't do daycare because they're only taking full-time kids and fucking all sorts of.
Dude, it's a pain in the ass. Once school starts up, I'm fine, but I got stuck with like a 2-week stretch where there's no daycare, so I just went in and was like. I just don't have daycare for 2 weeks. So
do you think schools are going to stay open?
They fucking better.
What do you think, though?
I don't know. Because teachers suck.
Yeah.
Teachers fucking... You don't get me started, dude. That is one thing I was jumping down people's throats about because they kept being like, the kids aren't safe to go back yet. If this isn't working, this and that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, all right? If it's safe for me to go work 9 hours a day in a factory 5 days a week, then it's safe for my kid to be at school for fucking 9 hours a day while I'm in that fucking factory. Because the only thing that I can think of is because I have to go out, I have to be around hundreds of people every day and bring it home to my kid. So that's not keeping him safe. So the only people we're trying to keep safe in that scenario are the teachers. They can work like everybody else. All right, because public school is the only daycare that some of us can afford, and I don't feel bad in saying that at all. So so fuck them. Any teacher that's like, we don't want to go back yet. I'm like, if the only way you don't get to go back is if the whole world's locked down, because everybody else had to go back. You know, I'm like, shut up.
I never got to.
You didn't get to take any time off.
I didn't get to take any time off at all.
Yeah, you were essential the whole time. I'm coming over here and bringing the immunity into my house. Just kidding.
And then apparently, like, even before I started the new job, whatever, they were fucking slammed busy because nobody had anything to do. So, like, we bundle up all the firewood that is sold at, like, gas stations and shit, right?
Yeah.
So people were fucking buying the shit out of that stuff because they were bored and just throwing bonfires like crazy.
Yeah.
So then we were going through an excessive amount of fucking...
So the whole time you were just busting ass. Cutting wood and working at Logan's. Cutting wood and selling groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
You kept us alive through the pandemic that may or may not be a real thing.
Do you think that come November, all of a sudden, fucking USA's Rona free?
I think it's possible. I honestly, like, I'm not saying that flat out because, dude, I'm not a doctor, okay?
Yeah.
I have tried to, but... Yeah, I definitely think it's a possibility because the rest of the world opened back up and everybody keeps trying to blame it on us, not social distancing. But the way everybody's been freaking out and we had thousands of people protesting and everything, and we're not the only country with protests for different reasons. If you can have that many people shoulder to shoulder in the street and they didn't drop like flies, then coronavirus isn't that dangerous and we've been lied to. So yes, I that's where I'm at. I definitely think in November we're going to see progress go a lot quicker. All of a sudden, it's going to be like stage 4, 3, 2. You know what, Matt? Fuck it. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna take
it's gonna just taper down.
I think it's gonna take like a month or so because they don't want it to be that obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the time it's all over, because there'll be regardless of who wins, there's gonna be about a month of people protesting, and they're gonna get bored and they're gonna have to go back to work, and then about a month later, I think the world's gonna slowly start going back to normal. But I could be wrong. Don't fucking hang me. All right. I gave them a public email. Fucking my podcast is better. gmail.com. Don't fucking hang me. All right. If you think I'm wrong, argue with me. We'll read the emails on the podcast, but don't fucking hang me over it. All right. Because I don't know, and I'm not claiming to know.
Oh man.
But yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility. And I know people get really mad when you even suggest that this shit has anything to do with politics. But I think that it didn't at first, and now it does.
Yeah.
I think that now that we're in a place where everybody knows that shit can open back up, like we know it's not as... I mean, it's dangerous, definitely. I think right now the death rate in America is 3%. I think last time I checked it was like 3%. Which, I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but that's still not anything... Dude, people die every day. Like, you're not going to halt life for everyone over a 3% death rate over numbers that they already admitted were muddied up. They admitted multiple times that they were muddied up to the entire country. Which means,
I'm going to talk to Joe right here, and I'm like, you know what, Joe?
Joe, what's going on with them numbers?
Like, 3%'s fine. I'm not going to miss any of those people that I don't know.
Yeah. I'd still rather just go to my music festivals, Joe. And I would rather not have to wear a mask at work because I work in a factory and it's 90 fucking degrees every day, Joe.
Actually, today I ran into one of my coworkers from like when I was doing staging before all that shit shut down.
Yeah.
And he said he's been doing setups for all them like drive-in concerts and shit.
I guess there's money in that, yeah.
I was like, dude, are you serious?
Those things are so good.
He's like, yeah. That's how he talks. He's like, yeah. We're we have to wear the masks and fucking, they didn't check our temperature, but we had, we get screened and blah, 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 blah. Like, well,
I went to one of those drive-in shows. I'll not go to another one. It's gay as fuck.
Honestly, dude,
why? $30. I just went with some friends because I thought we were going to be allowed to walk around freely. Because at a drive-in, like, it's all open.
Yeah.
And people were walking around talking to each other, but you had to be like, you couldn't just congregate because those people were walking around like, hey, you got to be in your spot.
Oh,
that's what made it gay.
Flashlight people.
If it wasn't for that, it would have been fun because everybody could have partied.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't loud, like, because I went to, like, an EDM one, and it wasn't, like, as loud as you'd want because it was cars. But it was still fun. Like, if people were allowed to walk around and mingle, like a regular show, it would have been a blast.
Honestly, yeah, you could, like, you could fucking have a grill and shit.
But no, they were trying to keep it super safe and shit. You weren't even supposed to bring booze, but once it got dark, everybody was walking around drinking beers because they were like, we didn't pay not to drink beers.
Dude,
everybody was just like, oh, fuck yourself.
One of the best things about, like, going to a show at Alpine Valley is not even going to the show, it's chilling in the fucking parking lot.
Oh yeah, hanging out,
dude.
Partying for real though. That's always the fun part. But yeah, that was like right after quarantine hit, and then now obviously there hasn't been much. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not about the drive-in shows. Doesn't matter what's going on, whether it's fucking. And yeah, it's stupid. Right, dude. Metallica is doing one.
Oh, gay. Dude, that is the gayest sentence.
I'm so mad. I posted on it and was like, there is no way. You'd be lucky to get $50 out of me to see these washed up bums. And they're charging
honestly
$115 per car. And you know who they're playing with? 3 days.
Sticks.
3 days grace. Super gay. Super gay. Like the gayest, not even half-ass emo band that somehow managed to stay on the radio.
Why?
Oh, it's so bad.
3 days grace.
$115 for that, bro.
3 days grace is gonna make it a Christian show.
I was so mad about it. There's this girl I've been talking to too, who's
nothing against Christians, but Christian rock is
gay as hell.
Not all of it. Some of it's pretty good.
Some of it's alright.
Some of it's pretty good.
A lot of it's gay as hell, though.
A lot of it is.
A lot of it is super gay as hell. Some of it's cool, though. I still think Christian metal is just reaching for it, though. Because there are Christian metal bands. It's like, guys, aren't you just reaching for it? Like, metal, I don't think metal's for you.
No, because, here's a beef with, like, a Christian rock show is 9 out of 10 times it's going to be a dry show. And why the fuck are you going to go to a dry show?
Especially, like, that kind of show. Like, you don't go to, like, a rock show or a metal show or whatever to fucking...
not drink anything.
Yeah, you're trying to let loose. You know, you're definitely trying to let loose at, like, a concert like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's stupid. But... I don't know, man. People get into weird shit. I still can't believe I was talking to people who thought like that Metallica drive-in shit was a good idea. I was genuinely talking to people who were like, "Bro, this could be fun," and I was like, "I'm not going."
How I can't even fathom.
I already got dragged to one drive-in show, and that wasn't fun.
I think I already like assumed there'd be like strict fucking people with like yellow fucking security jackets would fucking walk around with flashlights like, hey,
there was
beat Nick, go back to your car. Like
no, there definitely was, but it could have been worse.
You know, like more than half of them you could like kick their ass, but you just like you don't want to cause like problems, and so like yeah, you just go back to your car and just not have fun.
For sure. But I don't know. I gotta pee real bad.
So, all right, y'all keep everyone entertained.
You're gonna keep
with some antics.
Huh? Are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right, I believe in you, kinda. Put up the podcast image. Tell them about your show. Plug your show.
Oh, that's a good idea. I do a podcast. I do it live. I've been actually doing a lot more on my channel. I just started doing live drawings. I'm going to be starting to do... This is like probably the only thing I'll do besides uploading my comedy. Is I'm going to be doing some reactions to like... This is loony ass fucking gal post these videos about how women should dress modestly because you want men to be attracted to your mind. and not your body and blah blah blah. And so I'm like, bitch, dude, fucking a lot of women are just dressed fucking sexy just to feel sexy for themselves. They're not even out there trying to score a dude. And so there's gonna be that coming up. But check it out on YouTube channel Team Weiner. That's TeamWeiner. There's a space in between those words. Yeah, I upload my stand-up comedy on there. There's probably some clips of stand-up with Andrew, so you can check those out when he like hosts and fucking does his thing. But I do a podcast on there. We do a lot of movie reviews. It's fun. Check it out. Andrew, like we do it live, so like it's a
good show.
It's crazy.
I do a lot of ripping on it. It was the inspiration for the name of this show.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, it's a great show. Check it out, especially if you like nerd stuff, movie reviews, live emulator playthroughs for old school video games. A lot of that stuff.
Those are coming back. Yeah.
Okay, those are coming back. What? Yeah, live drawing. That's what I heard. Right, he was drawing Pac-Man the other day.
Did you tune in on that?
Yeah, remember I jumped in and I said I wanted you to draw Mario and Luigi touching dick, and you didn't do it.
Well, I gotta finish that.
You gotta do that. And
I gotta finish that, and then
upload that one to Pornhub.
I'll have a list of stuff, dude.
You gotta do that, and then upload it to Pornhub. It'd be great.
What I'll do with that, I'll do it in like a non-vulgar way where they're just touching each other's like junk or whatever. Like they're not gonna actually.
That'd be funny
touching,
though.
Yeah.
And what they gotta be like all gay, and they're like, oh, like we're brothers.
That one will take a while. That might be a 4-parter.
You could have one of your 3 fans write erotic fan fiction about it.
That one had a lot of random people tuning in, like a lot of people with like artist fucking names and shit.
When I jumped in, there was 4 people watching it, and that's more people than are ever watching it live. You know what I mean? Like at the same time.
It jumps around a lot.
Well, usually when I get in there, if there's anybody, it's the same 2 dudes.
Yeah, like and Godzilla fan and
there's like one other guy.
Hentai Slayer 69.
Yeah, and they just talk to each other. Yeah. And then, but this time, there was 2 other random people there. Like 4 people in there at once.
I know my fans, dude. They love me. I sent them on a quest.
A quest?
Yeah.
Oh, is that trying to get you 1,000 subscribers or whatever?
Give me 1,000 subscribers and you win $100, dude. Fucking cash money.
That's pretty sweet though that you give them incentive. Maybe when I'm done investing in making this look professional, I'll do something like that. Right now, we're like...
Dude, this is sweet, honestly. I'm not lying. This is sweet.
I mean, just wait until I'm like this close to it being pro, because they can't see it, but there's going to be noise insulation on all the walls soon, and so the sound's going to be a little bit better. Eventually, we're going to be mic'd separately, but that's future stuff. Right now... we're working on noise insulation and getting the beat pad stuff in here so that I can do music stuff and music streams and shit. We're going to start live streaming as soon as I get this screen updated that the people also can't see or hear or care about. But once we start doing that, we're going to start doing some live stuff too, and hopefully it's going to be fun. So, I don't know. It might be a good place to end. I mean, yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
For a first video episode, we're still working the bugs out.
Yeah.
I think it's working out. Sniffy Biden will follow you everywhere if you want him to. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll go ahead and end there. Don't forget to check out WeinerCast if you enjoy this show. And hopefully there's a lot of content to come in the future. And don't forget that if this isn't your favorite podcast, you ain't black.
You ain't black.
Until next time.
Get the fuck out of here, Joe.
Joe remains. Joe will always remain.